Okay, so let me continue. It's being recorded. So in case anybody, maybe someone has slept off or something. Okay, so you can see now we have our trend line here, right? We have this move here, which was an uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then we notice that now price has now broken the trend line. All right. Now the first requirement was met, a break of trend line. And then the opposite zone was taken off. On this particular one, we have this zone here. This is the opposite demand zone. So you can see that price, there was a move, this particular zone broke through this particular demand zone. Do you understand? That's what we'll be talking about since. Now it broke through this demand zone. That means it's a strong zone. And also we can now say that based on this 4-hour time frame, that gold is now on a downtrend. This is where we cannot define and say, okay, yes, gold is now in downtrend because it took off an opposite zone, trend line was broken. So the two requirements were met. So what are we now doing? So we now mark this and wait. We wait for price to return here and then we sell. All right. So now, what the price do? Price came and then dropped. It didn't even touch the zone, but it just dropped. It came and then dropped, came, drop, and drop. Now I'm still expecting. Now we're going to talk about later on. We're going to see how because now everybody's going to regular traders, supply that just learn maybe what's it called now? Support and resistance. They will just put their resistance here. Somewhere here. Okay, price has come here, but we still have a space here. Price has not really tapped into the zone. So now we're waiting for price to come here and tap into this zone, and then we sell down. So we're going to be selling down to this particular place. So we just wait patiently because our rules are met now for a sell. All right. Now this zone will remain in control of this price of gold, sell, downtrend and all until it is broken. Once it's broken, of course, we'll go through the same process again. We wait for price to break another zone, that's a demand to break a supply zone, retest, and then we define our structure. What is the market structure? We look at the market structure. Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend? Okay. Has it taken up any opposite zone? No. And then we can now wait till it does. Once it does, we can now go ahead and buy. Do you understand? If there's any area you don't get, just let me know. Do we now understand what an uptrend is and what a downtrend is?
Yes, to what you have explained so far, I understand, man.
Okay. If you don't understand, you can also always go back to the video, watch it, then also learn. Now, the way Forex works, you have to practice. You have to spend time on the charts. Spend time, apart from what you are taught, you on your own, you see some patterns playing out. You understand? So you have to spend time on the chart, spend time on the chart. Keep drawing your zones, watch how market reacts to it and all that. And you see that this particular stuff has a high win rate. Okay, so now once again, we review our definition of uptrend. We have a series of higher highs and higher lows. For downtrend, we have a series of lower highs and lower lows being created. Then for the supply and demand, we have an additional requirement for up and down trend, which is price has to break a trend line, and then that's to take up an opposite demand zone. Where there's no possibility of drawing a trend line, it has to take off two opposite demand zone. Then we can say that that particular price is an uptrend. Then price has to break, it has to break, sorry, downtrend, I mean. Then it has to break a trend line and take off an opposite supply zone for an uptrend. Now, when there's no possibility of drawing a trend line, maybe market is choppy or anything, watch out and see. Once price takes off two opposite supply zones, then you can now say, okay, this market structure, based on our definition, this market is actually on an uptrend. And market structure helps us because we should not be selling when price is on an trend, and we should not be buying when price is on a downtrend. Okay, till market changes in structure. Like for example, what we just saw here in GJ market, there was a change in market structure. One requirement was met, so we will not be looking to buy until we have further confirmation. Okay, until we have further confirmation, we will not be looking to buy this particular pair yet. Because why? Number one, trend line has been broken, and this particular price did not form another higher high. There was no higher high form. You can see it failed to form another higher high. So we're now, oh, something is happening here. Looks like market wants to change in structure. So we wait patiently till we have full confirmation. We know, okay, are we continuing the buy, or are we going to continue? Are we going to start selling now? So our zones are marked. If we have to sell, we know where we are targeting. And then once we get another confirmation, one price closes below this, we know, okay, fine, we are heading for the next zone where we're going to sell. But if price decides to break back and close above this, we say, okay, price is now continuing. It's going to continue on the uptrend. So now we're not going to be looking out for buy trades. And for us to get our entry, we simply wait for a strong zone, for a strong demand zone. So wait for a particular supply zone to be taken off, and we check that demand zone. We wait for price to return to that demand zone, test it, and then we can now buy. So are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is everybody clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can do our assignment for this particular class. So for our assignments, basically, I want you to just mark out, like, firstly, you have to practice based on definition we have given, mark out some uptrend or downtrend. So you have to look out for breaking trend lines. Like key things to look out for. Breaking trend can be on any time frame, can be on a 1 minute, can be on a 5 minute, can be on a daily, 1 hour, whatever time frame you want to use. But do several scenarios. Don't just do only one. Because the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the more your eyes will be trained to see these particular patterns play out in the market. So there are no different scenarios. You draw out, look out for where price broke a trend line, and then identify as it taking off an opposite zone. Then you can now say, okay, this is a downtrend, and please label it. This is a downtrend, or this is an uptrend. So do like maybe 4, 5, and other different scenarios, up and down trend, and we can have it. So I think we can have our next class tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
We are getting almost to the end of the course. Yeah, because the market structure, strong, all this other stuff we did. Now the assignments we're doing, they are kind of like the basic ones. I know that we need to keep learning, because this is what will make you take good trade decisions. So we're already at market curves and control trend lines. Okay, we already done market structure. So we're going to be looking at our next class, time frame combination. So we just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 topics to cover. I think in the next class we're going to be looking at, we'll be able to take 2 out of those 5. So we're almost getting to the end where we'll now start practicing and trading and getting used to all this till everybody becomes independent. So for our assignment, please ensure that you do it. Mark out your downtrend and your uptrend based on the definition we have for supply and demand. You can always watch the video again to get it. There's also a document. I'm going to send a PDF. There's also a PDF stuff on this. I'll send it so that we can also study that and then do the assignment effectively. So we'll see in our next class. Have a good night rest, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll upload the video. Of course, I'll upload the recording on the channel.
Okay.